I'm saying, yeah, she looks hot, and that would make me want to talk to her.
Hi guys, it's finally here, the season premiere of Sister Wives Season 20. We're back, people. This episode is called Why I Want to Be Monogamist. And in this episode, Kody and Robyn get unexpectedly weird and spicy. Meri is thirsty for a man this season, and Madison cries about Kody. This episode is a little bit of everything, all over the place. There's even a foot race, so it's like a potpourri, let's say. Lo and behold, the season actually starts with Robyn, who complains about how messy the family dynamics are still after all this time, and goes on and on about how she didn't choose monogamy. She was kind of forced into it by the others. Kody says he talks to Janelle the most, Meri a little less, and Christine not really at all except for texting about Truly, which does not surprise me because aren't they in a court battle or something? Christine is with David in her kitchen starting to make Tuscan soup, and they agree that as a couple, they had a fantastic first year of marriage, but it was tough for another reason, and that was the passing of Garrison. Then they argue about cleaning up Coyote Pass or something. Kody says that he's not motivated to do it because they haven't been kind. And Janelle says it's his stuff anyway, so he should do it. Janelle is still super frustrated because let's not forget Coyote Pass is the only money she'll get from her marriage, and it's not being sold yet. There's holdups left and right. She says if polygamous wives could access their husband's assets post-divorce, that might actually cancel polygamy altogether, because what man would want to do that then? It would mean that they would have to potentially give alimony to 4, 6, or 8 women. I mean, so there's a way to stop polygamy right there. Madison really seems to have been, upset about what happened with Kody, which honestly, we haven't seen her cry that much, but I think for the first time I've ever seen, she bursts into tears saying, "You want your dad to show up." And she seems to actually want reconciliation, but is still really, really angry, and she's trying not to be disappointed by his behavior. Cut to Kody, and this is where the editors really come into play, because it's Kody and he's talking about how he's actually at an impasse because the healing with some family members, it seems, needs to be on their terms. Again, this is a fail for Kody, in my opinion. For the kids specifically, wives aside, I feel like, as with when he was feuding with Gabe and Garrison, I always said I think he needs to be the dad here and take the lead on that. Like, who cares if the healing is on their terms? Then that's fine. Meet them on their terms. Meri's storyline this season is kind of like Stella got her groove back meets the Bachelorette. She's going speed dating or just getting ready to go, so I think the next episodes will be her dating. Meri, by the way, has lost so much weight, it's immediately apparent. She looks like maybe she also got like a lift or something with her face, just looks different to me, but it could be that she just lost a lot of weight. Anyways, Meri is looking for a tall man with kind eyes, if anyone's wondering, and not a polygamist. Robyn and Kody are now talking about what their lives look like now and how it's just them and the kids. I mean, minus Dayton, because we never see him and everyone's wondering where he is. Robyn mentions that she does nag Kody about spending more time with the other kids, kind of like she preemptively said that knowing that she would get heat for that, but it's quickly just like, okay, on to the next topic. That just kind of irks me a little bit. So Madison is crying over here, and Solomon in these scenes is getting doted on by Kody like crazy. He's bringing him his stuff for school, brushing his hair. Apparently they don't allow him to have a cell phone in his pocket. Radiation, maybe? I don't know. And this is the first day of school. Looks like we are probably in late August 2024. So 1 year ago, we have a timeline, people. Back in North Carolina, in the most random scene ever, David challenges Madison to a race, saying he's like a cheetah. And Janelle says that David has Kody's big personality. David has an ego. Janelle says he wants to see who can do it better. I feel like Janelle is throwing shade a little bit and annoyed by that for some reason. And I'm also annoyed, like, why is he wanting to race Madison right now? Also, I was hoping that Madison would beat him by a mile. I think we were all cheering for that, but that does not happen, and David wins. Then they sit down and look at an aerial map of the new acres that they bought for the flower farm. It's giving trying to do interesting things to film. It's, you know, interesting, they say, and the road should be called Bob Boulevard to commemorate Garrison. And I didn't really know ahead of this season how much they were going to be open about talking about Garrison, but in the season premiere already, we've talked about him a lot, and I think that's nice. Anyways, Meri opens up about a man she was talking to and how he rejected her because of her relationship background and everything that honestly comes with Meri. And she realized at that time how that does not help her at all in the realm of finding her person, because technically that person has to also agree to be a public figure. They're going to be on the show, you know, and literally Meri should be the next golden bachelorette. I would love to see that happen. Aspen and Christine kind of shade Janelle's land a little bit. Like, I'm detecting a little bit, making comments about how it looks like a lot of work. And Christine says there's nothing appealing to her about this or North Carolina. Well, I mean, two of her kids now live there, though. Mykelti and Peyton moved there, so obviously other people think it's appealing. And now we are at dinner with Robyn and Kody, and this is kind of like the big scene of the episode. It's at the end. And I don't know, immediately I'm grossed out because I don't know if they're trying to be weird, provocative, or to spice things up, but Robyn makes a weird comment about how she doesn't mind his licking, then giggles about how it sounded bad. Gross, immediately, gross. She then asks Kody if he likes her licking. If there was a countdown of cringy things Robyn has ever said on the show, this would be on that list. Anyways, they start talking about how Robyn responded to a relative who wanted to know if they were going to live polygamy again. Anyways, didn't think we'd have to relive this conversation from last season where Kody basically said he's not going to do that again. So I don't know, why are we having this conversation again? Anyways, they're having another conversation about it. Robyn brings up again that multiple men wanted to marry her before Kody, but she so wanted polygamy that she waited for that opportunity. Kody says that bringing in someone could put their perfect relationship at risk, and that all he would really care about at this point is how good looking she would be. And Robyn calls him a pig for that, rightfully so. So what, he would have like the relationship with Robyn and she would just be like a side piece or whatever. That does not sound like a good deal. Although she makes it seem like she might want polygamy, her face when Kody is talking about how he would want a potential hot other woman just tells a different story. I detect a little bit of jealousy in her eyes here. Kody says he just wants the attention from Robyn, and Robyn says she wants a cheerleader. He calls the other wives sister witches, and Janelle immediately made shirts, by the way, to make this into an idea, and they kind of agree they're good. Sure, Robyn finally confirms she's good now, and hopefully that means she stops whining about monogamy. They pinky promise and agree they're moving forward officially in monogamy and their quote-unquote perfect relationship. Something weird about that conversation for me, but let me know in the comments what you thought of the premiere and that whole thing conversation Kody and Robyn had. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am on the road to 100K, And yeah, a lot of people watch but aren't subscribed, and I'd like to change that for sure. So your support is appreciated. Have a great day, guys. Bye.